In this video, we will be unpacking what we call a provenance. Provenance basically you can use when we are looking at source-based questions. Alright? The provenance generally is the origin of the source, or basically what some of you will actually know as the title of the source. For example, the words source A, colon, and there are some words that are there. That actually is the provenance, okay? Or some of you will actually say this is the title of the source. Okay, I don't really recommend you use the word title. Origin actually makes more sense because it tells you where this source is from, what is the source of the source in that sense there. Okay, the source of the source generally will tell you things like who made that statement, and in some sense it will also tell you what was being said, when this source was said, sometimes it may appear, and where. Alright, where this source was actually being said, or where was this source actually found. Now, why is it so important for you to unpack the provenance? Because, right, the provenance actually creates what we call, it sets the context for the source. In this case here, setting a context actually means to provide some form of a setting. Okay, now imagine, when you're watching a drama and stuff like, you need to know the setting. You need to know like which time period this is from, or for example, is there a certain event that you can see? Okay, so in this case here, when it actually provides a setting, right, the provenance actually helps you to understand the sources, okay, much more completely. It helps you to understand the sources much more completely, in the sense that you're not just looking at words which actually may not make sense, but when the provenance in it sets the context, okay, this person saying this, right, then there's a certain context to it. The passage or the source actually will make a lot of sense to you. Let's take a look at an example here. Okay, when we see this particular source, we can see that these are all words, and I've really underlined the keywords for you. All right, we'll take care of you, deliver everything that we promised. Thank you all for your support and all you have done. We could never have done this without all of you. So many possibilities, right? Why this source was written? Who was this source actually? Who actually made this source, or who was the one who made speech based on this source? The whole point here is that until you know the provenance, everything that you're thinking about is your guessing, correct? This is why you don't have a setting, you don't have a context, and as a result of that, it's difficult for you to understand this particular source. Now, let's add in a provenance to this particular source, all right? Source A, I'm going to add in here, and I've already highlighted it for you. This is by Prime Minister Lawrence Wong on the 3rd of May 2025 after winning the general elections. Now, if you realize here, now it makes a lot of difference already. We take care of you. Who is this you here? Who is this we? The we here is the Prime Minister and his party. The you here is the voters that have voted for him, the supporters, or perhaps even Singaporeans. Because no matter what, thank you for voting us. We will take care of all of you, coming from the point of view of the Prime Minister. Okay, we deliver everything we promise. These are all the election promises we deliver to you. We thank you for your support. Okay, voting for us. Like encouraging us. We could have never done this without all of you. So basically, without the votes, my team would not be able to form the government, right? So in this case, in this context, right, it's very clear. The entire source right now makes so much more sense. Now let's take a look at another example. If we change the provenance here. Now, it's different already. I know there's no more Prime Minister, but a CEO of an XYZ company. Let's just assume that this is a very big company here. And after this company won the bid to build a new IT system for the government, we will take care of you. Who is this you here? He's a speech, right, after the company. He's speaking to his people. We'll take care of you. This you here refers to his workers. Okay, the people working with him. We will deliver everything that we promise. These are the things that we promise. We'll deliver it. Thank you all for your support and all you have done. What have they done? What's the support here? By helping them win the bid, okay, for XYZ company to be able to build that new IT system. We could never have done this without all of you. Okay? This particular line here shows that without the workers or without the people working with this CEO, this bid would not have been won. So you can see here, right, very clearly right now, when I change the context, when I change the provenance of this source, okay, the people who you are expecting to listen to it, okay, it also changes. In this case, I cannot say Singaporeans being the audience, okay, or the person that I'm targeting, okay. In this case, it will be the people working in XYZ company, okay. So as a result of this provenance being there, you understand the source much better, and you understand it in a different way as compared to, for example, this particular source, because the provenance is different. Let me ramp it up a little bit more by giving you a third different provenance. Just look at this right now. It is from a florist after a company was awarded Best Florist of the Year award. In this case here, the context is totally different from the first two. There's nothing called the, like, let's win a bid, or I won the elections, but it's the idea here that this particular person has won an award and she wants to thank all the customers for the support that they have been giving her for the last how many years or whatever. And the thing is that over time, this lady is saying, we'll still continue to take care of you, because when you actually order flowers from us, we will continue our best to provide the best flowers for you. That's what they probably kept mean by taking care of you. We will deliver everything that we promise. Whatever I promise you, if I have any discount or anything else, whatever it is, I will deliver what I promise to you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for buying flowers from me in this particular source. And all you have done, we could have never done this without all of you. In order for her, for example, to win the Best Florist Award, there could have been, say, for example, a component that actually requires, people actually buying flowers from her, okay, and maybe, for example, certain very positive comments. And in this case here, the source in this context actually makes sense to, say, for example, the florist, or, for example, the person who is actually one of the supporters of the florist. So as you can tell, three different pieces of text, three same pieces of text, okay, three different provenances, all right. The whole point here is that you need to be able to look at the provenance in order for you to understand the situation, to understand the source in its fullness, in its entirety and completely. So, going back to what I covered earlier on, these are the things that you need to take note of, okay, when you are looking at a source. These are the things sources will provide for you. Your provenance will provide for you. Alright? And your provenance is something very important because it sets the context, provides the settings for you.